Okay, so now we're going to be looking at an interesting tool that's going to be especially for analysis. Now, the demonstration I have here is more for an environmental application, although this is really beautiful for utilities. And this is going to be the intersect tool. So let's say, for example, you have a map of roads and you need to know what the intersections are. So you can do things like count which ones are stop signs versus stoplights, or count number of collisions or number of crosswalks, whatever. Okay, so the computer knows that you're going to have certain types of files that are going to be lines, right? Again, we're still in our vector land. So what I have here is the continent of Europe, and we have a couple different lines that we've added here. So I've added our coastline, which I can go ahead and make a different color. Let's go ahead and make a different color. Why not? We're going to go ahead and go to our properties, symbology. It's always nice to refresh this. Color. Okay, let's see. We've got it now as brown. What else should we make it? We'll make it a darker brown. Why not? Okay. Oops, make sure you hit the apply button. Okay, so you can see my coastline here. So this line, if I were to turn off everything else, that's just the coastline. Okay, cool. It's a good thing to know for both environmental and for maritime legal purposes. Okay. I also have this one that's river. So let's make it another color too. Let's go ahead and go to properties, symbology. Well, yellow. Yellow rivers make me sad. Let's make it blue. Blue is prettier. Yes. Done. Apply. And this again all goes to the idea, if you are presenting this to a client, you want a pretty map. So if I'm making this, if the point I want to focus in is on my rivers, probably my background color is a little too dark. Let's go ahead and change that up too. Yeah, let's make it a smidge lighter, just so it kind of blends in more. Little less intrusive. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's say that I need to do an analysis of where the rivers of Europe meet the coastline. Okay, so this can be a proxy tool. You can be saying, where do my rivers empty out into the ocean? This is kind of what you're doing, right? Where the rivers intersect the coast. Or maybe it's a legal thing where you need to see the actual, like, coordinates or city name for where your rivers intersect coastlines, right? There's lots of laws around coastlines. Whichever your choice is, you now want to figure out where your rivers intersect your coastline, okay? So what this tool is going to do, so vector analysis, line intersections. What this does is it will make a point. It's going to make a new shapefile for us, a shapefile of points. And every point will be an intersection between a river and a coast. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my input layer of our coastline, intersect layer of the rivers. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hit run. And again, it doesn't really matter which order you do it in because you're just looking at where coastline and rivers intersect. We can go ahead and make a new name for it. Why not? And then remember, who has to save it or else it will panic. Okay, so I'm going to save it to my geo package. I'm going to save it in here, and I'm going to call it Europe Rivers. Why not? Okay, go ahead and save, and I'll call it Europe Rivers. Why not? Boop. Okay, so again, it's going to have this whole name there. You want to make sure it has the whole name, because just putting in like a shortened version will often freak programs out. Now, if you are eventually using an Esri product like ArcMap, they have ways that you can do shortcuts that that you can not write out this entire long name. But I haven't figured out how to do that for QGIS, so let's not try now. Okay, go ahead and run that. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and close here. And pink is not going to work for us. Let's go ahead and move it up a little higher. Let's make it a darker color so it stands out. Yeah, I like pink, but maybe not for this. Let's do a black dot. Okay, cool. Bam. So now I've made a new file, a new shape file. Okay. Notice how that little amoeba computer chip symbol's not there? So this is not a temporary scratch layer. This is now saved in my geo package in my computer, which is what we want. So now what it's done is it's go ahead, it's marked all the spots where a river intersects the coast, okay? As far as these shapefiles are concerned, I'm sure that there are many more places than just these ones. So you can go ahead and click on one. Let's go ahead and click on it, all right? Or even better, we can open the attribute table and see what kind of stuff's in there, okay? So it's a feature class. It's going to be our coastline. And so our coastline, which intersected with our river, right? And then we can go ahead and go over this way, and it's to tell us our name. All right. So lots of this is going to be, it's doing, it's combined the data from both shapefiles, really. Okay. So a lot of this is you would have to go into your other one too to get more information as well. Okay. So if you wanted to go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Boop. So let's see here. We've got the Y River. I'm guessing that the Y is the name of our river. And then a lot of, this file has all the symbols in different languages too. So that's why it's in different characters. Okay, we've got the Tweed River. All right, so you can go through here and look at the different names if you want to and where they intersect. Okay, but that's the intersect tool. Again, that's going to be under analysis, the line intersections. So it's making a point file that now you could go into each of these and add information about like, oh, well, this, the city is here, or maybe there's a port here, maybe there's a cute coastal boardwalk there, whatever it may be. So again, it has both environmental applications in terms of rivers and coasts, but also really great for utilities and transportation as well. Okay, thank you.